Got it? Hee-hee!
Bada bing, bada boom, bada ba. And Yoshi. Woohoo! And bye-bye.
Help me! Hi-ya! Hi-ya!
Yoshi!
I got it!
Hey, hey!
Yoshi!
I got it!
Oh! Woohoo! Hee-hee! Bada bing, bada boom, bada ba. Hee-hee!
Hello!
Bada bing, bada boom, bada ba. And
I got it!
bada bing, bada boom, bada ba. And hee-hee!
Okie dokie!
Hee-hee! Woohoo! Bada bing, bada boom, bada ba. Hee-hee!
Okie dokie!
Badabing, badabong, badabang.
Hello!
Hurry up, hurry up.
Come on now, this way.
Woohoo! Hello, little toad. Yoshi.
Ooh, shiny! Where are they going?
Badabing, badabong, badabang. Bye-bye.
I got it!
Hee-hee! Badabing, badabong, badabang.
Okie dokie!
Out of my face!
Oh.
Hee-hee!
Here we go!
Help me! Help me!
Okay!
Bada bing, bada boom, bada bang.
I got it. I got it.
Let's go. 어? Hurry up, hurry up! Hurry up, hurry up! Badabing, badabong, badabang.
Hey! Help me! Help me!
Okie dokie!
Hey you! Stop! Badabing, badabong, badabang. Yoshi! Badabing, badabong, badabang.
It's called The View.
It's called The View. It's not called The Facts.
Yeah, but isn't it interesting that it's called, I mean, I don't think they meant this when Barbara Walters invented it a long time ago, but it's The View.
Well,
that's the problem in America.
But
There is one view,
right, and
one
that's clearly
true opinion, and everybody else can go sit in the corner.
That's correct.
Sunny Hostin didn't just take a hit. She walked straight into a double-barreled broadcast beatdown from Bill Maher and Megyn Kelly, so intense it looked like an unscheduled live TV intervention. 1 second she was comfortably curled up on The View's panel, sipping her tea like she had the entire conversation choreographed in her head, and the next she was tripping over her own talking points like someone yanked the power cord out of her brain mid-sentence. Her face went from confident to buffering. Error 404. Argument not found. You could practically hear the Windows XP shutdown sound playing behind her eyes. And Bill Maher? He didn't even warm up. He launched in with the kind of seasoned precision you only get after 40 years of roasting politicians, celebrities, and anyone brave enough to step into the arena without a helmet. The clash instantly spiraled into something wilder than a reality show written by interns who haven't slept since the Bush administration. Chaotic, jittery, and electric, like they brewed their coffee with Red Bull and existential dread. By the time Megyn Kelly chimed in, Sunny looked like she'd fallen through an intellectual trapdoor she didn't know was beneath her chair.
They're disgusting. She's Anna Navarro in your wildest imagination. You could never solo host a show. You will only ever make it as part of an ensemble, and you could never hope to achieve the success that Tucker Carlson has. So you can sit in your little cheap seats all day long and enjoy your little negative henpecking, but your careers are going nowhere, and Tucker is about to dominate.
Bill Maher and Megyn Kelly, two people genetically incapable of sugarcoating anything, finally reached their limit with Sunny Hostin's perpetual attempts at playing professor of every subject known to humanity. Maher brought his signature scorched earth sarcasm, the kind that leaves behind nothing but dust, echoes, and a faint smell of burnt ego. Meanwhile, Megyn Kelly delivered the kind of cold, surgical breakdown that could slice through titanium. Together, they didn't just counter her arguments, they bulldozed the entire stage. Sunny came in standing proudly on her moral soapbox, but within minutes, that soapbox transformed into an IKEA stool missing 2 screws, wobbling like a bad decision. The whole exchange stopped looking like a debate and turned into an academic demolition derby. Sunny arrived with glitter glue and vibes. Maher and Kelly rolled in driving intellectual bulldozers with nitro boosters attached.
I want to talk about Whoopi Goldberg because I got so many texts this week because she attacked me the week before. Sure. So everybody was like, oh, Bill, I get you're enjoying the karma. First of all, I'm going to talk about this at the end of my show next week, teaser. But there is no fucking thing as karma, okay? Get over that. Whoopi attacks me on a regular basis. She says stupid shit on a regular basis. They just happen to coincide.
Sunny Hostin's favorite trick is swinging her law degree around like a neon-glowing Jedi weapon forged in the fires of absolute certainty. Her credentials? Always at the ready. Former federal prosecutor, legal expert, professional lecturing machine. It's basically tattooed across her forehead. But let's be real. Anytime someone begins with, as a lawyer, you already know what comes next will either be dramatically off base, painfully predictable, or aggressively unnecessary. Sunny somehow manages to deliver all three simultaneously, like a legal TED Talk performed in the key of self-importance. Her tone doesn't just imply she's the smartest person in the room. It screams it, sings it, choreographs a dance number, and demands a standing ovation.
That hot mess that they air in the mornings called The View had to issue not one, not two, not three, but 4 corrections, legal corrections, 4 legal notes. Not to mention what they did at that debate, where once again, they tried to fact check only one side. And then when their fact checks got fact checked, they cowered. They cowered in fear. I mean, this is a pattern.
Sunny Hostin has a truly supernatural ability. She can twist any topic, TikTok trends, the weather, mayonnaise storage temperature, you name it, into a sweeping, dramatic monologue about racial injustice. She could watch a puppy rescue video and still give a speech about systemic oppression with the confidence of someone who believes she's revealing a government secret. It's like watching the human embodiment of a chaotic Twitter feed, loud, dramatic, overflowing with unnecessary urgency, and powered by a desire to misunderstand absolutely everything. Even Whoopi looked like she wished she had an eject button under her chair during Sunny's latest intellectual spiral.
Any term you want.
Okay.
Because maybe that is a word that's triggering, and so let's not use that word. I don't know, want to call it the super far left, but don't tell me the left
Or maybe the super far right. He's talking about the left. Well, then
okay, but we talked about that. I mean, I think we agree about the danger of the super far right, and I can't say it enough. I think they're the bigger threat. But don't tell me that the left hasn't changed. Mm-hmm. I'm old enough to remember when it was the conservatives who hated the Jews.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sunny didn't just get challenged. She got emotionally steamrolled in a philosophical demolition derby. And the only thing she managed to keep intact was her trademark facial expression, that disappointed mother look she uses like a verbal shield. Having strong opinions is fine. But transforming every conversation into a Mount Olympus sermon on morality has become Sunny's full-time gig on that panel. She doesn't debate. She performs courtroom dramas where she plays the judge, jury, prosecutor, bailiff, stenographer, and audience applause sign. But Bill Maher and Megyn Kelly? They don't follow her script. They bring facts, wit, and logic sharp enough to cut through reinforced steel. When Sunny hits a wall of truth, she doesn't adjust. She turns up the volume, like yelling will magically turn flawed logic into divine revelation.
And finally, new rule, stop saying that Whoopi Goldberg getting yanked from The View right after she attacked me on The View is karma. There's no such thing as karma. Sorry. Sorry, but life is random. The only word to describe it when a big game hunter gets trampled by an elephant and then eaten by lions is hilarious.
Maher sat back watching the chaos unfold with the patience of a professor grading his 900th freshman essay titled, Why I'm Always Right. He didn't even need to interrupt. Sunny's monologue collapsed under its own weight. Every sanctimonious breath dug her deeper into a rhetorical crater lined with dramatic buzzwords and self-congratulatory fog, so thick you could barely see the table. Then Megyn Kelly stepped in, calm, razor-sharp, and surgically precise. She peeled away the layers of Sunny's performance like she was dismantling a malfunctioning machine. By the end, all that remained was a heap of overused talking points gasping for relevance.
To it. And Sunny Hostin made some comments about patriotism and America and Black America. It's all in there, Jason. I mean, it's all in there. I'm going to tee it up. It starts with Alyssa Farah, who's supposed to be the, Republican commentator. And then you'll hear Sunny jump in. Listen.
If America is not the #1 global power, it's not going to be Denmark. It's going to be communist China, a country that right now the government is imprisoning Uyghur Muslims in concentration camps. It is a deeply racist government. It's a human rights violating government. It is a government that if they are the leader of the free world, we are not a free world the way that we are right now. So
the notion of patriotism and the notion of America and the American flag has been co-opted by the right as if they are true patriots. But when I listen to Christopher Wray, the head of the FBI, he said white supremacy is the biggest domestic threat to this country.
Sunny Hostin's entire strategy hinges on one thing: never being directly challenged. She thrives in monologues, not conversations. Everything becomes dramatized, moralized, and filtered through her personal script of righteous certainty. So when Megyn Kelly poked a single hole in that inflated balloon of superiority, it didn't deflate, it exploded. What followed wasn't a slip. It was a full-scale ideological faceplant, the kind that echoes across the studio. Sunny's worldview wobbled like a Jenga tower built on moral grandstanding. And this time, it didn't just wobble. It collapsed into a glorious montage of awkwardness and pure cringe.
Yay! On January 20th of this month. Not everyone's happy about it, and many people would like us to be more focused on the insurrection that he personally unleashed, if you ask them. As we discussed earlier, they think it's as bad as like the Holocaust, and you don't have to take my word for it. Here is Sunny Hostin.
January 6th was an atrocity. It was one of the worst moments in American history. And when you think about the worst moments in American history, like World War II, things that happened, like the Holocaust, chattel slavery.
Yeah, the January 6th is right up there next to the Holocaust and slavery.
Megyn Kelly has a unique superpower on The View. She exists, and that alone sets off Sunny Hostin like an alarm at 3 a.m. Sunny's voice jumps an octave before Megyn even finishes a sentence. Megyn speaks in coherent sentences, uses sources, and cites data, forbidden magic at that table. The panel treats facts like radioactive material. Meanwhile, Sunny clutches her pearls and launches into emotional monologues built from vague commentary and dramatic sighs. Megyn responds with cold, organized logic, which apparently qualifies as witchcraft in that studio. Her composure is terrifying to them. Her literacy is alarming. Her calmness is a natural disaster.
Whoa. The term woke has been, in my view, co-opted by the right and weaponized and bastardized. And so I was surprised to hear you use the term because historically, as you know, because I think you're quite brilliant, that woke is a word used by the Black community to note that we must be aware of social injustices.
But words
and
migrate.
So why is that a bad thing?
It's not a bad thing, and originally that was absolutely a great thing. Alert to injustice. Who's not for that? But words do migrate.
Sunny Hostin fights with emotional smoke bombs and wild hand gestures that resemble interpretive dance moves symbolizing oppression. Megyn Kelly responds with precision logic, slicing through the chaos like a guided missile. It's like watching someone show up to a chess match with a coloring book and then get mad when the opponent actually knows the rules. Sunny glitches every time Megyn references facts or history, like her brain is trying to process a software update it never asked for. When out of arguments, she retreats into her fortress of indignation and accuses the truth of being offensive.
Goldberg was angry when Alyssa pointed out that Trump went to the funeral of Officer Diller.
Yes.
On Long Island, and Joe Biden went to a podcast. Look at Whoopi Goldberg's reaction.
choose what you like there, but for Republicans, it was good imagery.
Really?
One day later, yes.
And I'm asking that because I was so offended because you know who showed up.
Yeah.
And he was, whether he was asked or not. This is a man who didn't care what happened to the officers on January 6th.
She promotes Joe Biden and Kamala Harris every day on that show. Trump wasn't supportive enough of the cops who were, yes, in danger on J 6th. How does that explain their behavior on a daily basis?
It's 2025, and Sunny Hostin still hasn't grasped the basic concept of comedy. Comedians make fun of everyone. Expecting Bill Maher not to joke about public figures is like expecting a bakery not to have bread. Every time Mar cracks even the mildest joke, Sunny reacts like someone leaked her middle school diary and liveried the poem she wrote about justice. She clutches her pearls, gasps dramatically, and pretends personal offense is a legal counterargument. Then she tried to out-intellectualize Mar and Meghan. She tossed out historical references like a toddler flinging spaghetti. She hurled half-formed legal terms like unpinned grenades. It was less debate and more Wikipedia karaoke.
So let's talk about that. You called white Republican women cockroaches.
Actually, I didn't. And
you said they're acting like cockroaches.
I used it a similar. Let me answer that.
Okay.
I used a metaphor. Here's what I'm going to ask you all to do. Here's what I'm going to ask you to do.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm going to ask you to tone it down a bit because I can't hear anything. No one can hear what's being said.
She just said I called white women
roaches. All right, we're going to go to break. We're going to break. Can't take it.
Bill Maher sat there calm as a cryogenically frozen lake, letting Sunny's dramatic tirades bounce off him like Nerf darts hitting a tank. He's been debating since dial-up internet. This wasn't new terrain. Sunny kept trying to nail him to a metaphorical cross of righteous outrage, convinced she was delivering a grand, cinematic monologue destined for a fan-made TikTok montage. Maher, meanwhile, looked mentally checked out, probably planning his dinner, his flight home, and maybe his next 3 jokes. She kept pushing. He kept not caring. It was poetry.
And by the way, out there, that hat that you keep wearing, that red hat that says "Make America Great Again," that tells people that you go along with this. So you might as well just put a swastika on the hat.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Because we see it anyway.
I'm not going to defend Donald Trump ever, but I would never say that we should put the swastika on the cap, because I think you can hate Donald Trump. You can't hate everybody who likes him. It's half the country. I don't want to live in that country. I don't want to live in the country where I hate half the country and I don't hate half the country.
How dare you disagree with me?
Megyn Kelly didn't need volume. Her calmness alone dismantled Sunny Hostin piece by piece. It looked less like a debate and more like an intellectual exorcism, with Megyn playing the patient, steady cleric. Sunny acted like reality was just another opinion she could rewrite. She doesn't debate. She conducts moral theater. The judge, jury, and emotional prosecutor all performed with the expectation of applause during commercial breaks. But when Megyn pushed back, Sunny's sisterhood button malfunctioned, and she launched straight into combat mode. Her meltdown peaked when she switched from losing the argument to playing the moral victim, her emergency exit when logic collapses. Bill Maher didn't fall for it. He simply held up a mirror to the absurdity. And the moment he did, Sunny's entire worldview cracked like glass under pressure. In the end, her collapse wasn't physical, it was ideological. A worldview that couldn't survive a direct challenge. And no matter how much she protested, Fire Sunny Hostin got completely torched on live television.